Hello everybody, this is Count Christo, and welcome to another episode of the marvellous Irish Revenge campaign. I'm back. I can't stop playing this campaign, it's just so freaking good. So we're going to do what we can here to demolish the Axis. Let's have at them, shall we? So we've got our three glorious modern tank divisions, the bane of Norway, Egypt and Greece. And they shall now ravage through Arabia. Look at this open plain, just ripe for tank divisions to tear through down here. But we may not get an opportunity to tear through them because it looks like Egypt is the only major. So I think possibly... right, yes, I did a couple of things while we were paused, including deploying a bunch of new planes and lend-leasing all of our old planes to the Baltic Duchy, so I don't ever have any trashy old planes deployed. I think I'm going to... After this war, I'm going to delete all my air wings, and I'm going to just get rid of all of the planes that aren't the current generation. Right, sorry, I should give you the reasoning behind that. I came to this decision while I was offline, so I kind of feel like I don't need to explain, but, sorry. The reason behind that is the less good planes have a higher chance of dying, and therefore a higher chance of... a high chance of costing us manpower. I think you do lose manpower when planes die. I'm sure it's not much, but, you know. Hey, honey. God, ads on Twitch annoy me so much. Hello, by the way. If I could disable the ads on Twitch, I would disable the ads on Twitch. But unfortunately, that's not something I can do. Sorry. So we have got jet fighter 2s, which are, I believe, by far the best interception planes. So we're going to shift hard towards jet fighter interception. Sorry, I'm sneezing. Reason I'm sneezing a lot is because I have just used a nasal spray, which always makes me sneeze a bit. But in the long run, should clear me up. Alright, let's get all these jet fighters out. Look at this. Can't wait for the next patch. They're going to add in the ability to... how's the audio balance, by the way? People on Twitch? Is this... is the glorious tunes of EU Rome coming through? In the next patch, we're going to be able to lend-lease away enemy equipment. So we'd be able to get rid of all of this trash in the list that we don't need. 200 jet interceptors per region should be okay, I think. We might want to put some down here as we get some more as well. Okay, so I think at the end of the day, the Axis might capitulate. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We will yoink, yoink, yoink. Oh, sorry, no, let's reset. It's very satisfying, the little spidering of all the things as you press click or say. It's kind of bloom. It's very nice. I like it a lot. Boom. Manpower. Huzzah. The next patch looks better than sex, wouldn't you agree, Christo? Well, I've learnt my lesson on saying something's better than sex. Last time I said that about something in Hearts 4, which I believe is an encirclement in the Caucasus, my girlfriend was watching the stream and I got in trouble. So I don't intend to do that again. Look at that manpower. It's glorious. Alright. Let's get ready for the war in India. We're already justifying? No. I'd kind of like to... Hey, they've actually fought their way to a very sensible border. Interesting. Oh, I've added some more mods, by the way. The font should be a bit crisper now on a lot of these things. It's most noticeable in this menu. Also, I have a borders mod, which makes the borders nice and clear and adds this little kind of inlay at the edge of the borders. It also makes the borders between different occupied countries very nice and clear, which is quite cool. What's the other mod that I've added? I swear there are others, but I can't remember what they are. Oh yes, I've got a mod that changes the priority of the things that pop up here. This tank division is heading his way down here. You can go through here. Tripolitania, we should kill them at some point just to, you know, clear out the font. That feeling when you want to take revenge on the British Empire and end up becoming the British Empire. Nah, we're not going to become the British Empire. We're totally different. I don't know what you're talking about. So we have control over the Suez again, which is good. Now we're going to need our boats down here, please. Oh, look at that. 14 heavy cruisers. That's plenty. Just do one more round of those heavy cruisers, please. And then we'll pivot back towards the cheapo light cruisers. Because we only need the heavy cruisers for shore bombardment. So, how's the supply over here? It's not actually terrible. I think we have... I have more divisions than this, don't I? I swear I had 40. I guess we've been deleting a lot recently. Look at all these tank divisions we're getting. But now we get manpower again. Missing the modern self-propelled artillery to make these. Okay. Well, give me more modern self-propelled artillery then. We can scale back jet fighter production. Since we appear to have lots of chromium right now. Holy hell. Oh right, there's tons of chromium in here. I forgot about the chromium in Turkey and Greece. Excellent. Excuse me, sorry, I'll try and keep remembering to mute myself when I need to sniff. Look at this. The modern tank production should go through the roof now that we have all that chromium. So, modern self-propelled artillery. Let's get that in the right place in the list. There we go. And we'll decrease that. That looks okay other than that. Cool. Hello, Christo. Will you do another 182 video encirclement? No, but I do intend to drive France back to just Paris. I want to get 1,000 divisions in Paris and then nuke it like 10 times. I think that'd be fun. Sorry, excuse me. So it looks like we're about to go negative political power because I am going to directly annex all 3 of these countries. Maybe we can let Arabia go as a puppet. I don't want to have any puppets though. Oh god, there's so many of them. We're going to go... I think we're going to lose our good stability and have to work our way back to it at this point. But that's okay. I don't want to liberate anyone. Yeah. So we're going to get like very low stability for a bit. But I think, I mean, it'll be a pain, but... Oh, this is interesting. Ah, right, yeah, I got a UI overhaul. And it's working. Good. Look. Look how good that looks. I love this one. This does look so good. Look at that. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. That is a thing of absolute beauty. It fits them all on one screen. I'm in love. That's so great. And I think this is Iron Man compatible as well. Look at that. That's amazing. Does it make anything else awesome? I think all the others should be the same. Yeah, I think it's everything else is the same. But yeah, political screen, made nice and compact. It's actually slightly worse on the ministers when you have loads of minister options, but that's only really an issue in Kaiserreich. So we're probably going to go to, what is it, very low stability? Yeah, we're going to go to very low stability, which will be a pain, but we'll survive. What we should also do is train up all kinds of military police, because I want to go on to more harsh occupation laws, I think. And ideally I want to turn off resistance suppression. That's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. You are correct. Right, we'll go from here. No, we won't, because that's in the same supply zone. We'll go from here. Oh, right, we're at war with France, and France has Goa, apparently. Let's go and check if they have that garrisoned, and if they don't, we can land unopposed in Goa, which would be excellent. In the equipment machine, it showed you lacked 1.7 million or something. Ah, yes, that's a known bug. We don't, though. It's okay. Like, we have plenty of infantry equipment. It's just there's an overflow error at the moment with infantry equipment. But I think it should still reinforce into the field normally. Are these compacted as well? These are compacted, aren't they? Are these normally this compact? I'm not sure. It's the AI, it'll be garrisoned. But it's the French AI and it's miles and miles away from their homeland, so I'm not certain it will. This is very compacted. I love it. Everyone go and download UI overhaul 1.4 because it's really good apparently. Why can't I? There we go. Whoa, did I just see? No, I thought they were really low on strength, but no, they're just low on equipment, low on, you know what I'm trying to say. Infantry, organization, good lord. So, we'll get all our men down here. We will at some point tear through the south. But yeah, we need to produce more political power, and the way we can do that is by turning off our focus. We won't be able to do that before we've got everywhere nice and garrisoned. Look how well the game is running for this time this late in the game. I think it's because we're wiping out countries and therefore lowering the division counts. Is it going to be a multiplayer tonight? No, there isn't going to be another multiplayer tonight. There will be one tomorrow. Tonight I'm doing. All good things do come to an end. There's going to be a stream this evening, but it's going to be Soviets infantry only. Why can't I redeploy here? Excuse me? Oh, this guy hasn't deployed yet. Okay. We're not going to have very good range for our planes around here. I don't think I am going to delete all the air wings. I know I said I would, but I don't think I can be bothered. Just give us total supremacy over Iran. The rest of you can just loiter. Once we capture some air bases in here, I'll move them across. Alright, our tank's moving through, and now he's actually made it through. We can assign him to the army. And do I want them to... No, I think that I want the tanks to land in Goa, so I will put him on a 4-back line just here. Cav are all there. Good. Hello, Lonely. How you doing? Next update will be even more compact. This is true. Why are you using different armies? One for tanks, so it's easy to keep them as one specific part of the front. One for the main army, and one for military police. Are you ill? Do you mean am I ill because I'm using different armies, or am I ill because I keep clearing my throat so much? I am very slightly ill. If you give me a moment, I'm just going to try and find... I can't find out. See my handkerchief. I thought I had it in my pocket. Where the hell have I put it? Give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's get back into this thing. What I need is some, what's it called? Ammonium nitrate or something? What's that white powder in chemistry class? They say, careful, don't breathe it in, because if you breathe it in, it makes your head kind of jerk backwards, and you can't stop it from jerking, your head jerking backwards. What is that stuff called? I think it's ammonium something. Actually, is ammonium nitrate the explosive? I'm not sure. Cocaine. No, I don't mean cocaine. Alright. Pretty sure it's drugs. I do not mean drugs, I assure you. Don't ban me, Twitch. So the Austro-Hungarians are high on our list to kill, although we are okay on aluminium right now, but just in general, on general principles. They're going to cost a stupid amount of political power to annex, though. Citric acid? I don't think so. It was a powder. Hello, Philip. Can you give me an update on the current status of the game? Yeah, so we're islands. We've conquered a very vast swathes of land across the land. Across the globe. We're just finished annexing the whole of the Axis, which gave us a lovely 300,000 manpower boost, and we're going to conquer Hyperbad, formerly the Princely States, which should give us at least another 500,000 manpower, which will be excellent, excellent development for us. Now, see? Not garrisoned. That's what I like to see. Am I already justifying? Oh, we can't justify till we're in positive political power. Boring. Okay, in which case, I will send my tanks and a serious portion of my military across the seas and far away to over here, where we're already at war with them. Yeah, go to Senegal, it's fine. Okay, and U-13 can come too. Okay, darn it, I forgot about that. They're so bad that they are hyper bad. Good one. You know how this game gives you an event about, you know, liberation or occupation? I think they should change the game so that so you can do that even when you just when someone capitulates to you. Same, because that's what happened with like Vichy France, with Poland. The Germans set up puppet regimes. You should be able to do that. I wouldn't do it almost ever, but you should be allowed to do it. Another modern tank division. Another 2 modern tank divisions. Oh, Germany, your time... Sorry, Germany? France. Your time is numbered, France. I think I will send these guys straight over. As long as we keep an eye on them. Should be okay. And we'll switch them into the other army once they get there. How are you at war with everyone but Austria? Well, this is... the people we're at war with mostly here are all just the communists. And the Austrians just stayed entirely neutral. Can you imagine the Austrian newspapers reporting on this war? You know, Germany falls, commune ascendant, small holdout in Ireland soon to be dealt with. And then Ireland just does this. Still researching everything under the sun. Look at this beautiful screen. So why has everyone gone communist? Well, it's Kaiserreich. So these two start communist, and these guys had communism thrust upon them, and there was a civil war in Iberia, which the communists won. These guys had communism thrust upon them by the French. The Polish we just declared war on because we thought it would be a good idea when they were killing Lithuania. It turned out to be a bad idea because the Poles suddenly had 200 divisions. You guys arrived yet? Not all of you yet. Here they come though. Good. German government in exile, definitely a high priority target. It's possible we're going to get a pop-up to liberate like every single little colony in Africa. In which case, we might just have to liberate them. Although we'll check and try and keep the high pop areas. If I was to turn this off, how bad will it get? How quickly? Pretty bad. Alright, we need to keep that on for now. Until I get these extra cav going. Oh good, already got them ready. Nice. In which case, turn it off. Okay, the growth here, let's wait for a data tick. Growth here is +0.4. This is going to take me a minute, I apologise, just to get all these garrisons done. London needs one more. Cornwall needs one more. 0.2 up there. 0.2 there. And the rest of you. Some in Norway. 0.2 there. You guess you need to start playing Kaiserreich. Damn right you need to start playing Kaiserreich. It's by far the best mod for Hearts 4. Although strategic view adjustments is a strong contender, I must confess. Alright, how many do you need? One there and one there. Can you guys hear this music? Because the chat hasn't raved about it nearly enough. This music is beautiful. Is that everywhere dealt with? No. Point to that. You can see why it's easier to have these guys in a separate army. Then we'll have the rest just sit in Cork as spares. That should deal with everywhere, I think. Good. Extra one political power per day is going to be invaluable in terms of actually allowing us to justify again, you know, this decade. Western Africa. Yes, not surprised. You guys can bring yourselves over here. Good, those two made it through without loss. And the smart way to do it is obviously to go to this port and then drive. So kindly do so. Thank you very much. You're not invading the Isle of Man triggers you. Sorry, my not invading the Isle of Man triggers you. Alright. Don't say I never gave you anything, chat. We'll invade the Isle of Man. The guy's at war with Cape Verde. I am at war with Cape Verde, this is true. The nation of Cape Verde, I think. Okay. We'll need our fleet up here to deal with this thing. I think we could do with two more carriers. Give me 2 more big tops, please. Are they fully upgraded now? Get some extra armor, by the way, worthless on carriers. I'm glad I know this now. You don't need armor on carriers because planes don't appear to have a piercing stat, which makes me suspect that their piercing is just infinite. So I imagine that means that armor is entirely worthless on carriers, considering that the only thing that's likely to be... If you have anything but a plane attacking your carrier, you've done something very wrong. And you should stop and reconsider your life decisions immediately. Nothing else to invent here. Or here. Or here. Or here. Or there. So we might as well get the rest of these ones. Don't need that, don't need that. Right, yes, we're going to get some planes for America. Could have another 1,000 planes in that place. Give me 1,000 close air support over Southern America. And I'd like 200 jet fighters rather than normal fighters because the range is glorious. There we go. Honestly, we could probably take Southern America with just these guys. But, you know, where's the fun in that? Listen to this soundtrack! How well is this coming across? No one answered me when I asked earlier. How well is the soundtrack coming across? Because for me, it's the thing of absolute beauty. But I have it much louder, I think, on my end than on your end. So how's it sound? Yeah, low stability, to be expected. Maybe we'll get up above negative 250 before we go to very low. It's nice, you can hear it, good. And is it as epic for all of you? Like, is this... I mean, who likes this music? Give me a lowdown. Where are my extra horses that were coming here gone? Oh, geniuses. They've decided that's the correct route. You're wrong. Just land. Land here, and then walk the rest of the way. Music's awesome, but only when you're not talking. Ah, okay. Maybe I should take some dramatic pauses more often. Russian enclave in the middle of West Africa. Yeah, they stole Africa's only missile silo from me. Which has made me deeply upset. Ah, more modern tanks. Honestly, I feel like we don't need them over here. I guess our next war will be Brazil, since we're getting all our troops over here anyway. I should bring these guys as well, that being the case. I really don't feel like I need these extra guys on Peru. Look at all of the freaking tank divisions we can deploy. Do we have self-propelled? Oh yeah, I left mediums in these, didn't I? Right, let's switch that up. Yes. 500 extra attack. That's just stupid. Let's do it. We can't afford this, yeah? Yeah, can't even close to afford it. But these guys are high priority reinforcement, so they should steal it from these. Let's not. We don't need any more marines. Let's just have full tanks. An army full of tanks. Needs more cowbell. What are you smoking? Of course, the tanks won't do so well in the hills, because these tanks suffer or the mountains, sorry. What's the penalty in the mountains for these tanks? Yeah, 15% on top of the mountain penalty is pretty nasty. Absolutely tearing through here now. Through Lima we go. Take Cusco in the south, which is what, about here somewhere? And as soon as we can justify in Brazil. We should adjust that battle plan to more accurately reflect our actual desires. I would like... Not that one. Where's it gone? Where's the other end of the battle plan? There it is. I'd like all of Chile, please. You still don't have extra combat width on your field marshal. Nope. He's only 45% done. You have to win attacks in order to get extra combat width. Apparently this isn't enough. I think it's because I've been winning the attacks too quickly. And, sorry, not the attacks too quickly, but the wars too quickly. Like, we've been doing kind of pincer strikes rather than big grinding attacks. Tank general for tanks. Good point. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't do it just for the ease of transportation. Oh, look, it compacts this screen as well. I love this UI mod. This is the new strategic view adjustments. I mean, you use it in tandem with strategic adjustments, but this is like strategic view adjustments all over again. It's a thing of wonder. Is 6 modern tanks all we have? No, we have 8. So where are the other 2? Here. Should just go here. And the other one? Over here. Again. Could just go here. Do you see any benefit in ever using the anti-air or anti-tank version of tanks? Absolutely, in multiplayer. If we used modern self-propelled anti-air, 2 of them, this tank now, with its air attack of 100, is basically immune to close air support. That's what's good about this. Air attack is very useful. This tank division would not be heavily affected by close air support 3s. So I'm told. I've never actually done this. So I'm told. And obviously that's a huge advantage. Also, they're so thin that they're, you know, if you wanted, for the same amount of space, you could have that and that for the same width. It's much lower attack, but yeah. And obviously, piercing is... You need to be able to pierce your enemy's tank divisions. If you're seriously fighting off with tanks, you know, if your tanks can't pierce their tanks and their tanks can pierce your tanks, you've lost. Oh, God. Please don't do a tank division. Okay, this is a scupper the ships and scatter for the hills situation, lads. Sorry about that. Let's not just go full tanks. That's too crazy. We should also cancel all these trainings because we need the modern self-propelled artillery, which means we can stop producing the old self-propelled artillery, which it looks like we already have. Okay. I think we kind of have enough close air support as well. Well, no, we don't. But we have enough fighter 3s because we're pivoting hard to jet fighters. So let's do that. Good. New research. I'll take... Sure, destroyers. Making some progress on fast planner. Let's halt the... this is the only difficulty of having two generals. You can't just box select and click H to stop the attacks, which is annoying. Let's slow down in here and pull out a bunch of the unnecessary infantry. Because we really don't need these extra guys. Is there a tank I spied in there? Yes, indeed. This is going to be the bane of the Amazon. Congratulate. Could you assign, please? Thank you. Congratulations. You are the bane of the... I think I've been capitalizing all of it, haven't I? Bane of the Amazon. Awesome. Click off, reselect. No, why didn't it change its name? Excuse me? Oh no, it did the one above. I renamed the wrong one. Oh no, that was the right one. There's just two over here. Cool. Never enough Stukas. Which Stukas? The Dahl considers the economy. Collins is always right. Give me back. Oh no, we've already got very popular tribute back. Good. Minister supports his ideology. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. There's only 16 supply over here, my lord. Oh man, they're going to go down so quickly. Check your infantry deficit. It's not a deficit. We have loads and loads of infantry equipment. It's an overflow error. An overflow error, in case you don't know, is when a computer program receives a figure too high. It doesn't believe that it can be right, basically. I don't know how it actually works in computing terms, but it receives a figure that it thinks is too high, and so delivers a negative result. We do actually have millions of infantry equipment, and I think it continues deploying the infantry equipment even when you have the overflow error. Right? Yeah, see, our infantry equipment deficit is being met. Yeah, still going to have some trouble in the mountains. Let's try with the modern tanks. Yeah, even with the modern tanks, I hate the inability to just box select press H. Even in the mountains, although they just put themselves on very low org, which means we can push them out. Yeah, even with the modern tanks in the mountains, times they are a tough. Nuke 'em. It's not a bad reason, not a bad idea. Look at that manpower. I know, it's beautiful. All this extra people we got captured. Oh, right, we're going to need some military police over here. Let's just send over some preemptively. I thought maybe a counterattack. Yes, good. The Kerry class. Cody, look at this research screen. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? There's the modern tank. Sorry, the super heavy tank invented. Don't think we're going to build any of those. Keep driving them back if you can. And if you can't, pin them long enough for us to go in here. Come on, arrive and pin, arrive and pin. Try some more with him. How much will you arrive? 3 days. Not going to be in time. Alright, we'll just let everyone arrive and then do a proper push them out thing. In which case... oh good, we got some new air bases. Give me another 200 jet fighters, please. Thank you. I hope at some point they add the ability to scupper fighters. Like just to get rid of unwanted fighters. Those planes, not just fighters. How did your no infantry multiplayer go yesterday? I won. It was a bit of a stomp. It wasn't very good fun, to be honest. It was too easy, basically. I just rolled over the other team. The Nicaraguans were very incompetent. Yes, there were lots of incompetence, unfortunately. But that's what you get when you try and, when you add a bunch of new people to multiplayers. Of course, you're going to get a bunch of people who are incompetent. That's just to be expected. No matter. Okay, is resistance under control over here? Oh no, Gabon needs an extra dude. Easily sorted. But hey, I did at least win, so there's that. This extra 10, where are they now? Just rounding the Cape? Oh wow. That's a brilliant route to get here. How about this, though? Dum, dum. You owe an apology to Adaway? Why? Where have I got inactive fighters? You just... In fact, all of you guys, stop flying. Because when they fly missions, they have a chance of crashing. We don't want that. Good. Although I could do with some of you over here doing running interception in the Maghreb. Never forget the White Peace Treaty with Australia. That was so annoying. Adaway accidentally white pieced out one of our opponents in a war. When we had just capitulated them. God, they're so freaking tough, these mountains. Alright, let's just go. This is silly. Let's just go around them. This is what I should have done earlier, really. All these guys with plenty of backup. And let's bring in these guys. Oh yes, and meanwhile, let's finish off Isle of Man. You're so lucky you built Marines for these South American mountain ranges. Shut up, Cody. I'm playing the long con. There are more important things in the immediate future. Steel is sort of short. Well, we don't have anywhere to import steel from, so that's pretty much the roof of our production at the moment. Where has steel, he asks, knowing the answer. I guess I could take out Austria-Hungary for some steel. Okay, there you go. Happy? We conquered the Isle of Man. Oh, they're just going to attack on us. It seems ill-advised. Alright, so now, boats. Can't wait for the mini-map too. It's going to be so good. Do 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 do. Marine D-Day, the Italian-French border, and set up a forts with mountaineers. We will probably build specialized mountaineer divisions for this border. But what I will do is invade Italy, conquer these 3 tiles, and not these tiles, then build a fort wall here, and then declare war on Italy again, capitulate them, retreat to my fort wall, and let the French come in this far, and then hold them at that wall. That's a great idea. We should do that next. Not next, because we're going to need to take Italy. Sorry, India for the manpower, and Austria-Hungary for the steel, but maybe soon. We could also take out China. China produces steel, yeah? Yeah, a bit. Naval combat. Just killing a couple of Caribbean federations like it ain't no thing. Will you finish the Poland game? No, I pretty much already finished. I'm not going to do the Soviet war. I'll give you a spoiler alert. We'd lose. But no, I didn't do this. I didn't actually do the Soviet war in the end. Where are my boats? Where them boats? Where them boats? Where them boats at? And all that. Argentine coast. Cool. We're getting there. Only negative 50 political power now. Fortress Warsaw again. I could try, but I don't want to do that for another 5 hours. Maybe I'll come back to it later. Have the Allies destroy them. The Soviets in that game are so super buffed up, having just spent so long building up, they would roll over the Allies. They're actually not bad. These Peruvians, sorry, these Chileans, I don't know what it would be, have some pretty decent sticks they're hitting me with. Okay, got our guys here. I got some supply issues. Alright, fine. Just to ease this process. Throw up some infrastructure. Speed 5. Where's my fleet at? Is that my fleet? Is that my fleet hiding behind there? There they are. Give me some naval superiority, please. Okay, and launch. Excuse me. Launch. There we go. And launch. Let's do this thing. To Santiago. Oh, hello. There's their fleet. Oh, and it's gone. Search and destroy serving us well so far. Just call them bell peppers? What on earth are you talking about? Right. Alright, ready for landing. I should have checked how many men they have garrisoning the port. If it's a large number, we could be in trouble here, but I think we'll be okay. You should be able to pocket them by taking Santiago really quickly. Island is strong, average stability. Nice. I guess I will import what little steel I can. For optimal results, not more than that. Tanks move in here, infantry move that way and this way. There goes the capital. They have 90% national unity, so we will have to take most of them. But presumably they don't have cores over here? Yeah, so we just have to take the east coast. Sorry, the west coast. Aircraft variants? Good idea. Although I think actually all our aircraft are fully upgraded. Defunct. Never going to use it. 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 Oh wait, that was the jet fighters too, so I just made redundant. Whoops. Let's bring them back. Jet fighter 2 Mark 1. Recommission that one. So jet fighter 2s I want to decommission. Carrier fighter Mark 3s, using it. Closest fort, using it. Mark 1 Naval bomber. Never going to use it. Never going to use it. Okay, so jet fighters, we probably make a variant on them. Yeah, range. In exchange for 40% less reliability. Sure. Ugh, it was the wrong one. I just switched to it. This was meant to be carrier fighters, I think, which I believe are fully upgraded. No range, but I don't think they need range. Close air support Mark 2. Not fully upgraded, actually. Okay, well, they are the next target. We'll remember that next time we need to put it all into close air support. Thank you for reminding me. I thought we were fully done on those. Boats-wise... right, just one more of these heavy cruisers. And, yeah, let's switch this up. The cheapo cruisers could do with some more guns. Good. Just one more line of those, and then back to the Castle Bar class 4s. All for the floating taters, of course. Good. Ooh, naval battle off the South American coast. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, the capture of the capital will give us a little bit of supply. And we can continue spreading from there. Of course, as soon as we take the port, we can start sending in additional troops. The glorious Irish modern tanks will another battle. Cool. We'll lead the charge down here naturally. One could go north, one can go south. I think we're okay without putting them into different generals for now. Shouldn't be an issue. Chum. There we go. Good. And unfortunately, when you issue orders, when you put them on a front line, it cancels their current orders, which I don't like. They should change that, I think. But no matter. Keep pressing on up here. They're probably going to reduce their numbers on this front. Our lack of strength because of the missing self-propelled artillery is a bit of an issue. See if we can encircle these guys. Convoy sailing done. Next one up. Thank you. And you lot, get yourselves in... probably some in the south, some in the bottom. Some in the top, rather. Still short that steel, eh? Yeah, Austro-Hungary would be a good target. Japan might be a quite easy takeout as well, actually. We do have a lot of divisions, but nothing can stand up to our modern tanks, I don't think. So wasn't there something that was going to be said today, or did it not happen? It's not going to be said today, but it is all still in the works. But no, it's not going to be talked about today. Jet Tactical Bombers 2 done. Nice. All the planes unlocked. Just going to keep researching everything. Good. We are going to pocket these guys by the looks of things. There you go. Chile. Call the people who live in Chile chili peppers. Oh, right. That's what you meant. I think it's Chilean. Why did I not assign someone over here? I thought I did. Alright. Surely you're nearly capitulated now, Chile. Because I think it's just this east coast that's their core. Is there some city we don't have? Is that your core? No. Come on, Chile. Let's not drag this out any more than strictly necessary. 90%. Very close now. Is this core? No. It's just this bit down in the south, I guess. He's retreating. Wow. Some of them actually drove him back. I'm impressed. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Air bases. Yep. Let's remember 1,000 there. I'll take 1,000, please. 1,200, to be precise. Just to speed up the glorious conquest down here. Submarine operations continues. There goes Chile. Nice. Okay. You lot can line up in the south. Prepare for the invasion of Brazil. And you two can go to the tank army. They're going to help us pull off some wonderful encirclements. Maybe I should deploy all the tanks in the south rather than in the centre. The north and south, I mean. Yeah, I probably should. There's so little infrastructure in Brazil, it's going to be an absolute pain to fight through. We need even more modern self-propelled artillery production. Yeah, I'm not going to build them. Or 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 them. These are the only tanks that matter. Give me more. Ah, right, yes. Stop deploying tank divisions. Because we're going to make a change. Now, it does increase the supply, but only slightly. And their weight, but slightly. Gives them extra hard attack, extra soft attack, extra defense, lots of extra defense, bit of extra armor, bit of extra piercing, more HP, which is very valuable, and it makes their hardness 91%, which is extraordinarily good. 91 by comparison, it was previously 73. That's a huge improvement. So this is modern tank 2, also 40 width. Let's rename that. I don't think we need field hospitals in here either. What should we go with? Signal companies, military police, more defense. Defense is their weak suit. Maintenance are good. Let's go with military police for the breakthrough. Sorry, for the defense. cheaper on supply costs too, because these guys are not going to take casualties. Come on. Don't be silly. They're tanks. Nice. Using tanks to conserve manpower, not his usual MO. It's true. I have gone through a radical shift. I now embrace our Lord and Saviour tank divisions and believe them to be the way forward. What are you idiots doing? They've been convoy raided to heck. Guys! Where are you going? Is that your idea of how to get here? Alright, just go into here. I'll manually tell them where to go for a bit. Go in here first. Oh, that's your idea. Look, this is your objective. There's a port in your objective. Christo, if you were to try and defeat Ireland now, would bombing and nuking the three ports be a viable strat? You mean if Ireland tried to go turtle with this many men and this kind of resources, or like if I had to switch to France in this situation? Yeah, it would be all about a nuke invasion of Dublin. It would be easy actually. Nukes break the game. So if you were France, you could nuke Dublin 25 times and then naval invade Dublin. It would be entirely impossible for Ireland to stop you, except by naval supremacy. It's true, you'd have to get naval supremacy back, which would be really challenging actually, because you only have 11 factories. But if you had all of your actual faction under your command, you could get naval supremacy back, and from the air you could get naval supremacy back. So the thing you do would be nuke Dublin a bunch of times, and naval invade it, and then just capturing Dublin would capitulate Ireland, and that would be it. GG. Yeah, if they tried to full turtle, that would kill their supply, but they wouldn't need all their men to repel normal naval invasion. Resistance to occupation. Right, yeah, we are going to need to send in some troops down here. Where are they? Here, good. Right, I guess I'd start justifying now. Still very short on those modern self-propelled artillery, but we're working on it. Currently have no factories assigned to these down here. Let's just change that. Oh, I can't change it like this. I'm going to need this, and then this, and then this. Okay. Right, so mechanized equipment. How many do these take, mechanized-wise? 250 each. I've got 3,000 right now. I don't have the minus 1 million available. Good joke, game. Let's switch these up. Then we're going to have to train them back up. I think it'll be worth it, though. How is your navy? It's pretty good right now. It's the biggest navy in the game. Except probably America probably has a big navy. Yeah. But we annihilated the navies of the socialists. They have one ship each. This navy rules the freaking world. Our hopes and dreams have so far sunk 50 ships. This thing is god tier. It's got aces on its wings. I never knew its air wings were visible here. What? Big Top doesn't have aces on its wings. That's unacceptable. Give me an ace. There we go. Okay, where next? It's here next, of course. Might as well, I guess, convoy raid so that they don't escape from encirclements. I think I shouldn't do the interior ones on this. I'll do those all at once. That explains the complete lack of enemy naval activity. Yes, I have some naval defenders on the homeland, but they're probably not needed. Even as few as I've put there. Some resistance down here. 0.6, okay. You can come and stand here. Nice central location. Where was it? Here. No. Here. Because of the Santiago victory point, that makes sense. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, these guys getting trained up again. Remember, of course, the attrition doesn't hurt troops, just equipment, so there's no problem with training because of our manpower issues. Why does it show you have negative 1.8 million infantry equipment? It's because there is an overflow error. When the number gets too high, it tells you it's negative. So we're switching hard tank nuke meta, in case that wasn't abundantly obvious. We're running out of places to put the nuclear silos, the nuclear things, though. I could also do with some more radar. Like, we have just, I think they upgraded their... No? Oh, I can see them all again. A minute ago, we couldn't see them all. I would like a bit more radar, though. So, yeah, here, at level 6, in all of these zones. I want to be able to see everything about the Iberian Federation. I'd also like some more over here. I want to be able to see Poland. Looks good. Actually, are they still bombing us? No, not really. Except down here. We could just... What I'm thinking is... Oh, God, we already got maxed out anti-air all over the place. I didn't realise. That's so good. Should we Fortress Island just for fun? Let's do this. Nice. We need a lot more divisions on this front. Or we could run a weird strat. Destroy the ports so they can't repair at homeland. Destroy the ports so you can't repair... Oh, right. Sorry, I responded to the previous question. If you were forced to switch France, how would you combat the Irish Navy? Planes. I would outproduce them in... I would strategic bomb the crap out of Ireland and all of the rest of their land. And I would produce a stupid number of... probably both naval bombers and tactical bombers, which I would then have decimate the seas around here. And if the Irish fleet dared show its head out here, then they'd get bombed to heck. Which is what the AI is actually already doing. If I just leave my fleet here, or on a mission in this zone, it gets bombed to hell by the French. So they're kind of already doing the right play. Down to a negative deficit of only 600 self-propelled artillery. More in 30 days. I'm going to do a weird strat, I think. Just partly because it's funny, and partly because I think it will be really quite effective. We're going to abandon this front. And in fact, I'm not going to do that by... Yeah, so they're going to conquer this area, but then I'm going to capitulate them, and so it won't really get them anywhere. What is the current manpower law? We have been scraping the barrel for over a decade now. If the ports are balked, it takes much longer to repair damage. This is a true statement from my esteemed colleague, Cody. Infrastructure's fine down here. Christ, yeah. Yeah, MAV has been an issue. We're producing more than one nuke a month right now. That's pretty good. I think Fortress Island is amusing, but I'd rather get more nukes, because I think nukes are more amusing than Fortress Island. Maybe we'll Fortress Island later. Hey, free dockyards. Well, you know what that means? We finally have 4 cruisers. These... Sorry, cruisers? Carriers. This is the late to the party. And the... come up with a name for my 4th and final carrier, please. Potato famine reel. Yeah. I would like one line on heavy cruisers. There we go. Good. 4th wheel. I like it. Big Top, our hopes and dreams, late to the party, and the 4th wheel. HMS got destroyed. That's pretty good. I'm also going to use this Brazilian war as a demonstration of the power of nuclear warfare. Honestly, after seeing what I did to, what I'm about to do to Brazil, the communists would surrender. I thought I sent one of you over here. You guys go here. You guys can go here. I should actually cover my back a bit, shouldn't I? Otherwise we'd be in a spot of bother. I feel like I'm missing troops. It might be just because we had to delete so many in the previous episode. Yeah, we are missing a couple. These guys. Okay, these guys I need to hold here. And is there a two? I don't think there is a one tile wide bit here. So here and here. And just to make sure that's easy for them, let's just throw up some forts. Turn the Amazon into a desert. That's pretty much the idea. Okay, positive political power again. Hello, good stability. It's tough to keep political power high when you're doing a Kaiserreich world conquest. Which, by the way, at this point we might as well do, right? I mean, come on. We should just turn this into a world conquest, shouldn't we? Partly just for the screenshot. Hey, positive numbers of modern tanks. Modern self-artillery even. We do need some more marines. Even though the tanks are god tier, more marines are still useful. Fun fact about potatoes. The leading crisp brand in my country is called Kim's, which is an abbreviation of potatoes in many slices. Cool. If they're going to just keep attempting to bomb me here, you better believe I'm going to intercept the absolute bejesus out of them. Oh, they're actually just going for air superiority over here for some reason. Alright, well, we can counter that too. What are you doing? You weirdo Cindy's. Their losses are double ours, and they're really committing to it. Do they think they're about to launch a naval invasion? I don't understand. I guess we should have some close air support 100% of the time, close air supporting Ireland, just in case they somehow pull off a naval invasion. Yeah, our losses are better than 2-1. So we might as well keep fighting that, because they actually don't have, you know, infinite planes. We've substantially outproduced France on planes. Germany has lots of planes, but I doubt they're deploying them. Okay. Y'all ready for this? And so on. We need the strategic bombers back. There we go. Just bump that down. Gonna need these chaps. Let's drop a save. I think I should save more often. We had a couple of crashes last time. I want some hard saves just to make sure it's all safe. Okay. 40 days. Time for our men to arrive and get to their positions. What are you guys doing just there? It's not quite exactly where I'd like you. Okay, Brazil will give us a tidy amount of manpower. They have... there should be a way to see in this screen total core manpower. Like if you hover over here, it should say core manpower, non-core manpower, and then an estimate. No, we don't need the estimates of how much they're getting because we already know. You can just from looking there, but that'd be helpful. Is this stream sponsored by Irish Potato? No, this stream is not sponsored by Irish Potato. But then, I suspect you knew that already. Let's get better infrastructure up here from which to launch our attacks. Ace pilot promoted. This fighting in the Maghreb is intense stuff. 2 to 5 casualty ratios. See if we have any spare jet fighters to deploy. We do indeed. Only fly superiority missions. Ace pilot promoted. Have you seen Veilfisk's Paradox quiz? You would destroy the quiz for sure. I have not. What is Veilfisk's Paradox quiz? I'm assuming Veilfisk is... I think he's a YouTuber, right? I think I've seen one of his videos. That's not meant to be a slight, by the way. I don't watch YouTube videos these days. Because if I would... the time I would previously have been watching them, I'm now making them. Gandalf, what the hell just happened? Last time I checked, you were holding in Scotland. Yeah, things are a little different. There's if last time you checked you were holding in Scotland, there's been about 8 hours of footage since you last watched. What is the worst Paradox DLC? Horse Lords was pretty rubbish in my opinion. I didn't enjoy that at all. I don't know. Aztec Invasion, I have never bought. I do not possess Aztec Invasion. Veil6, YouTuber, hosts a quiz show for other YouTubers who play Paradox games, and I haven't been invited. I'm hurt. Okay. Are you ready? This is going to be brutal. This is a demonstration of the power of nukes. In fact, I might turn it into a tutorial on the power of nukes. I might do like a 10-minute recording for a separate YouTube video about how to use nukes to absolutely devastating effect when winning a war. No, let's do that against France, because it'll be more dramatic. Okay, war. What is it good for? Conquering your foes. Okay, so we're going to launch our main offensive. Defending this front. We're going to launch our main offensive down here. In case you don't know, the music currently playing has just pivoted to... I don't know why I always say pivoted instead of switched. Has just switched to Victoria 2's lovely soundtrack. So here's what you do. Begin the war with air superiority. You don't actually need to have more planes than them if they're AI, because the AI won't put planes up before they're at war. So, achieve air superiority, put strategic bombers in the region, nuke every tile on the front, wait the requisite 12 hours, and they're going to start attacking us, but that's going to stop real soon, because this is going to happen. This is why we built so many nuclear reactors, because this is really fun. Note their organization. Notice anything strange about their organization? Notice that they do not have any organization. Activate battle plan, win. It's a 3-step process. There you go. Instant 100s all the way along the front, pretty much. Easy win. That's their entire front line broken in the first 20 hours of the war. We have broken their entire front line, including all these forts they had on the front line, which were broken during the nuclear blast. And so there you go. There is how you win any war, trivially, if you have nukes. Which I think is realistic. You know, it's not... I don't think nukes are overpowered, because, let's face it, if you were prepared to nuke an entire front line, it's ridiculous. You didn't know nukes damaged Org in the base game. You thought it was just the realistic nukes mod. Yeah, everyone underestimates nukes in the base game. They're extraordinarily powerful. And anyone saying they're buffed is high as hell, because nukes are already ridiculously powerful. MacArthur tactic, damn right. Kaiser says, how are you doing, Christo? I am very well, thank you for asking, Kaiser. Playing this wonderful game, in this wonderful campaign, in this wonderful mod, so really, I can't complain. Considering they haven't stopped us. No, they have taken above 75. See, that's why you want to nuke them right at the beginning, because now we actually don't have 75%. We have 0% air superiority, in fact. Because they have a... Reduced by enemy anti-air in the region, minus 115. That's insane. But basically, yeah, because of that nuke strike, there goes their nation, basically. They now have no recourse. They're not going to be able to recover quickly enough, and I can just rush in, take their big victory points, and they're done. They don't even have any victory points in the north. I like the strategy of abandoning this front, causing them to way over deploy over here. How did the multiplayer go? Did your Turkey offensive work? What was your Turkey offensive? Do you by that just mean an offensive into Turkey? Because if that's what you mean, then yes, it did work. It was a stomp. Bum, 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 bum. So there's a discussion in the comments at the moment about, sorry, the comments, chat, about realism versus balance. I think there's some balance that I think is a good idea. So, for example, I think the research system in Hoi4 is better than Hoi3, in that all countries have basically equal ability to perform research, which is unbelievably unattractive. Turn the music up, you love the Victoria 2 soundtrack. I'll turn it up a little. Which is unbelievably unrealistic. It's totally ludicrous that all countries have the same capacity to research. But for balance-wise, it makes Minus a lot more fun. Maybe if Minus were just a bit less good at research, that would be okay. But I think generally it works quite well the way it is now. But that's just one example. There are lots of different ones that one could use. Oh good, Brazil had steel for us. I think taking Sao Paulo might end the war. Sorry, taking these two might end the war, because they basically have no other victory points. We've got a couple up here, but, you know. They're not really opposing us in the north. I think I will activate these two still. Microing the Amazon is just a pain. Excuse me, can I activate the battle plan, please? Thank you. We'll let these guys get to the front. And actually, some of you guys, if you could come here, that would be good. Is he working towards Panzer Leader? He is. Nukes are really good endgame tech, but endgame is an important thing. The problem is they're so good that endgame in a multiplayer... Like, I think... I have never heard this, actually, but are nukes banned in multiplayer normally? Because they need to be. Because if nukes weren't banned in multiplayer, then the game would just end. It would become an entirely different game as soon as nukes were invented, basically. And perhaps that's not an entirely bad thing. But, I mean, it just seems silly. The nukes just can just allow anyone to push against any number as long as they have air superiority and nukes. Yay, we just made good tanks to break the fault lines. Oh no, we've been nuked to death. Yeah, exactly. They're just too incredibly powerful. Your own unit's reluctance to use self-strategic move is kind of infuriating. It can be. This is very loud. Royal U. The Royal U is also known as one. One's own units is the correct way to say that. Alright, how nearly done are you? That's Iceland. Brazil. Allies not in war. Argentina, Uruguay, and the Gujarati state? You're not in a faction, mate. What are you talking about? Should we... have we got air superiority back yet? Yeah. Oh, not quite enough, though. Let's maneuver some of these planes into better positioning. Don't take Rio de Janeiro just yet, because we're going to nuke it first. See what we can do to lower their national unity. This is why I produced so many of these. Fall of Rio de Janeiro. Hell yeah. 66%. So we are going to have to still crush through them a bit more. That's okay. We can probably just do this. God, we're suffering some heavy casualties up here. Just from the attrition, obviously. But that's okay. We don't suffer manpower attrition. Is that right? I think that's right. You don't suffer manpower attrition. Am I wrong? They're 100% manpower, so I suspect that I'm right. Is that true? Could someone check that for me? Or does anyone know the answer? I don't think you suffer manpower attrition. Which is ludicrous, by the way. They'd have to do it off a separate mechanic, because the reasons that cause some attrition wouldn't make sense for manpower attrition. But there really should be manpower attrition. Nukes should be more expensive. They cost £2 billion. Nukes should be more expensive, but they should get cheaper every time you build one. Which was my takeaway from that. Because I'm sure the first nuke cost loads and loads, but I imagine the 100th didn't. Man, these easy offensives feel so good after that huge slog we had in the UK. Like, I'm still riding high off the fact that this is so much easier than it was in the UK. Even, you know, whatever it is, 4 years later. It's amazing, isn't it? The first kind of, 14 years of the campaign, we expanded this much. And then after that, the world is our oyster. We need more convoy production. Let's just go full ham for a bit. With that logic, you should not be able to deploy plus 10 nukes at once. Why not? They should cost political power per nuke drop. No, there should be. It should cost political power to for the first couple of nuke drops. Once you drop 10, it's ludicrous that it would cost you any political power to drop another. Your people would have got used to it. Where'd your manpower go? We queued up some training. Right, have we got any more resistance in Chile? A bit extra in Chile now, but that's just because... Ah, right, there's going to be resistance over here as well, isn't there? Yeah, okay. You guys. 0.3 here, so we need 2 there. Let's put 3 just to be safe, because it might grow in the next minute. 5 there. Why isn't it going... Why is it not scrolling down to them? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 there. 3 to be safe. No. 2 to be efficient. 3 there. Point 3 there. We don't need any here, right? No, it's just a claim that Brazil has, not an actual lock. It's not theirs. Okay. Because obviously all Brazil's land is going to have no resistance. How many was it? 2. Yeah, how many here? 1. 1. 1. How many do we need over here? 0.1 there and 1 there. And the rest can hang out here until we're ready to reassess the situation. I think resistance should spawn units. I absolutely agree. I put that as one of my my changes in my. I made a video about all the things I think that should change about the game, and I have included actual partisan uprisings. Although I think it should probably either be only possible when you're over a certain amount of surrender progress, or only available with foreign support. It shouldn't just randomly happen, because otherwise you'd end up with 1 million partisans rising up, which would just be ludicrous. That's the kind of thing that would only happen if they saw an opportunity or had foreign support. Plutonium and uranium, should they be in the game? Yes, probably. Although you should be able to obtain them even if you there should be a black market where you can obtain at least some. Because it doesn't take that much plutonium for a nuke, does it? Or uranium, even. I don't know which one it is. There also needs to be a surrender timer here. I should write these things down. Where's my... Christos changes number round 3. There needs to be, when you right-click on a country, the progress towards surrender needs to be shown right there. Give me a second. Jot that down. Buy some plutonium from Dr. Brown down the street. I'm not saying it should be easy. But everyone should be able to get some, because there's always going to be a black market. Alright, Christos changes. Show progress in diplomacy view. First nuke is just 100, 75, 50, 25, 5, 10, 5, 0. I think maybe it should be 100, 100, 50, 50, 50, 0. I feel like the second one would be almost as hard to sell as the first, but I'm not sure. I'm pressed integralist Brazilians, 10 nukes and still fighting. Japan was weak source. To be fair, we did just nuke, like, you know, an irrelevant, depopulated part of the jungle rather than where all the cities actually are. I love their vigour that they decided, alright, it's time, boys, seize Lima. Stop attacking in the north for a minute, would you? Are they done yet? They really should be done pretty soon, right? Still only 78%. It's, can I nuke right now? Why can't I nuke? Oh, no strategic bombers in range. Let's change that. Don't take the city yet. Don't, no. Ah, don't take the city. Thank you. Thought I was going to fail to have them stop them from taking the city, which would be a bit embarrassing for the Brazilians, really. Nuking cities with this low victory point worth is usually not a huge drop to their national unity, and also renuking cities I think is substantially less effective. Second time, yeah. See, that had no impact. Getting there though. Should add surrender progress rather than lower the threshold. No. I know that's how it works historically, but that's just ludicrous, because what that would mean is if you had enough nukes you could surrender anyone, and while that's quite sensible, it would break the game. It would just be a race to who could nuke each other quickest. But history, man, nah. I think that's a case where balance has to win, I'm afraid. But nukes should be hard to get, so it's still balanced. You couldn't make them hard enough to get for that to ever be balanced, I don't think. Are we going to get asked to liberate, like, Cusco and things? Got lots of political power right now, though, so it should be okay. Almost there on research. Just going to do all the little tank variants, then we're done. You done yet, Peru? Nearly. 94%. Nuke the middle of the Amazon, because why not? Glass it. A nuke race to nukes sounds sensible. Not really, because there's not much you could do to influence it. It would always be a draw. If people focused nukes as hard as they could, it would always be a draw who got the nukes first. Alright, everyone here. Excuse me, hang on. Everyone here that is not military police, get yourselves to the Indian front. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da. This is my jam, man. It's glorious. Let's do the risky play. Let's naval invade with cav. Sorry, with cav. with heavy tanks. "20 divisions landing in a level 1 port." It's not ideal. Let's change this plan. We'll have some land in Goa. Right, just 4 infantry. The others can land down here near Madras. Good. Fate of La Plata, occupy them. Fate of Brazil, occupy them. Is that all? Nice. Okay, up here we need another 1. And here we need 2. Excellent. Marine Hussars. The Soviet invasion? I thought he forgot. What about the Soviet invasion, sorry? You're not sure the Nuclear Japan really added to their decision to surrender. You're wrong. They were going to surrender anyway. It would have taken longer, but they were going to surrender without an invasion anyway. But it's not a coincidence they surrendered within days of being nuked. Obviously. I mean, that's just... It's not sensible to consider that to be a coincidence. Alright, next thing to upgrade was our first export, I believe. Glorious. We need to put one of these at the bottom of the list, so that when we lose factories because we take land, it doesn't take them off the bottom things. Like that. There we go. Oh no, wait, I didn't want to put modern tanks at the bottom of the list. Darn it. Although actually, we don't need 2 lines of modern tanks, I don't think. Right? Yeah, we've got 10,000 modern tanks. This should be... Yeah, no, it should be monetary, and should be at the bottom of the list. Good. Actually, I recall Japan was preparing a bill that would draft civilians into militia so they would defend the homelands once the invasion came. So they were preparing for a fight. In Japan, I don't know how much we want to go into this, but in Japan, before the capitulation, there was what was known as the Big Three. Sorry, the Big Five. There were 5 really influential political figures. There was... I don't know any of the names, and I can't pronounce them. 2 of them were in favour of surrendering, 2 of them weren't in favour of surrendering, and the other one was on the fence. The Emperor was in favour of surrendering, and they had previously tried to surrender on numerous occasions, not unconditionally. If they'd been allowed to surrender not unconditionally, it would have been a trivial matter to get Japan to surrender. In fact, if the Allies had been willing to guarantee that the Emperor would remain the political leader of Japan, they would have had them surrendered in easily, without even needing to invade Okinawa. They would have had them capitulated without having to do that if they'd been willing to guarantee that the Emperor would remain the political leader of Japan. It was because it was totally unacceptable to the Japanese that there was any possibility that the Emperor might cease to be the political leader of Japan that they were so unwilling to surrender. That was one of the big reasons, anyway. Super Gondola just says, at Count Christo. Might need more than that. Alright, you guys. Let's be having you over here, please. Four's the best that we're going to get, looks like. Still only 45% done on offensive doctrine. Apparently that entire invasion doesn't count. When are you going on a European conquest? Last. Basically. Count Christo, you conquered half the world with 44 boats. We've had a lot of them sink, but you don't underestimate our hopes and dreams with its 51 kills. Big Top with its 19. Our Hopes and Dreams is the greatest ship the world has ever known. And is not to be underestimated. So when is America? I intend to conquer Mexico very soon. Probably after India. We'll do... might wrap up Africa. And then I'll do the Americas. Ooh, Victoria's Hound 2 soundtrack. If Paradox creates a Victoria 3, will you play it? Honey, that's the stupidest question I've had all day. Of course I'll play it. What kind of idiot won't? Excuse me a moment. See, this is what I'm talking about in terms of endless freaking bombing from the... Actually, that's a good reason to invade Angola, to stop them doing that bombing. Because they'll be taking out quite a few of our bits of our equipment there. Fingers crossed they don't kill it. What, Victoria? I don't think they will. Oh god, we should have been just doing war goal this whole time. Darn it. Oh well. What is that exhale noise? I was using an inhaler. I have a very slight chest infection at the moment. Sorry, inhale. Legolas, you're now exiled to Corsica. Why? Vicky 2 is not a game which can be dumbed down and still inhabit the Vicky part of your heart. That makes sense. Any room for nukes here? Yes, indeed. And here. Is that an Trondheim is a state? Why, though? I guess there's some event chain that results in you giving Trondheim to someone else's Norway. Republic of China just finished eating up there. Interesting. Who was that just died? Oh, look, Hawaii got some. Is Hawaii a puppet of Japan? No, just allied to them. Interesting. Cool, well, the Republic of China looks like a pretty tasty target then. Claim the treaty ports. Could result in them going towards Japan. Interesting. I remember Germany getting it at one point. Yeah, that'll be why then. Right, I should have done this earlier. But, give me some air bases. And let's bring all these planes over. I'll sort them once they arrive. We won the air war here. They're still at it. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? You've lost 2,500 planes. Excuse me. Okay. Or with them, we'll have to wait a while. We've got plenty of time to build up an airbase then. Should be able to fit... Which of these are jet fighters? These ones, right? Yeah. So the little arrow down means jets. Good to know. Look at that range! It's glorious. Do we have any more jet fighters? Oh, baby. Do we ever. Alright. I think we should maybe pivot from close air support into jet tactical bombers. Just because of the range. How much worse are jet tactical bombers? I'm assuming they are worse. Actually, they're the same. Huzzah. And the jet tactical bombers have much higher naval attack. That's excellent news. And obviously the range is stupendously better. So yeah, no more close air support. From now on, close air support is outdated. Jet tactical bombers. All about bombing and range. Just bombing then. Jet tactical bombers, and I want to pivot hard towards them. Let's take some off mechanized equipment. We really don't need this many on mechanized. Cool. Let's max this out too. Sweet. Leaving a short tungsten for the first time in quite a while, but all that rubber in Brazil has caught us up on that, so it's a fine trade. Let's overspend to get the rubber we need. Sorry, the tungsten we need. Hyperbad has loads of tungsten. Good. So we're getting some there. Why did you do them in 400s? Because, yes, what Kaiser said, the air bases are all in multiples of 400. So it's the best unit to build them in. You're at a point where you don't need many of anything, to be honest. Yeah, but I am intending to like mobilize a serious army to take on the French. I don't think we're at a point. We haven't won. I don't understand. You don't make guns? You need 1 million of them. No, we don't. It is an overflow error bug. We have plenty of guns. Don't worry. Look at all these freaking guns we have. We've got more than 1 million guns in reserve. It's just a display error. It doesn't actually break the game. It's just a display error. So if we look at our reinforcement costs, there's no big gun deficit waiting on being deployed. See? We need 90 infantry equipment, and then if we wait for the days to tick over, they got their 90 infantry equipment. So it's just a graphical bug. You don't need to worry about it. Oh, it's the wrong one. How many tank divisions do we have right now? 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And that's as many as I want for now. We might get a second tank army at some point, but for now, 24 should be sufficient. Overflow bug does not need fix, yeah? It does need. It would be good if it had a fix, but it's not a big issue. Darling, can you just make your channel not grow? It would be so annoying if hundreds of people write in your Twitch chat when streaming. It would be impossible to read anything, and you'd better to keep it for ourselves. I'm afraid I'm not going to not grow, just so that you can still get your messages seen. I apologise. A horrible thing to say, but I agree. Missing infantry equipment production, but that doesn't matter. We've got plenty of it. Okay, these fighters, for some reason, they're still fighting us in the Maghreb. So, those jet fighters, I would like them over here. But in 4 wings once they arrive. So we can have another 300 planes here at least. Let's just fight them in the Maghreb. We're getting lots of air experience out of it, so. Got room for. Oh, that's not our airbase. Right, the German government exile has this region. Can have another 500 planes here. You two, get in there, please. Will you remember us? Of course I'll remember you. I'll never forget you, Kaiser. Aw, thanks. You're welcome. I wrote down the names of like my first 100, first 200, first like 10, first 50, first 100, first 200 subscribers. Just for fun. Oh, right. I never actually removed these guys down here. Although we don't need them anywhere else right now. How many do I need here? 3. The rest of them can come and sit up here awaiting new instructions. How many subscribers do you have now if your viewer limit was 64? What do you mean if your what do you mean by viewer limit? I don't think you're among any of those I wrote down. Am I? Says Honey. I don't know. I copy and pasted them. But I won't forget you, Honey. We've got the name joke, so you're easy to remember. I think this game will end in 1970. I don't think so. Look how much land I've taken in the last 4 years. It won't take me another 4 years to kill everything else. It might take me 4 years, but what's the subscriber count now? It's 4,500. What will it take to be among the chosen 100? What do you mean by the chosen 100? So we switch onto army repair? Or even repair generally. Army repair? Air production? We could switch to air production. Whoa, and about 100 watch my streams. Yeah, in terms of followers on Twitch, I have 1,357 at the moment. First 100 subs, even though you weren't. Ah, well, I'm sorry, there's no way you can get onto that list. There goes our manpower, because I accidentally left this on infinite. Okay, some spare troops. Who can come on down to this tile. Sorry, I just got an email that I need to very quickly respond to. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Now let this episode run on way too long. Don't worry, Twitch, I'm not going anywhere. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. And the glorious conquest of India shall follow in the next episode, and I shall see you then. Bye-bye.